Hello everyone, this is the video 46 of my database management systems video series. Uh, in this video series, uh, we started a special video set about DDL queries. Today I'm going to continue another video about that DDL queries, and without further ado, let's go to our question set. Okay, in the previous video, we create a database called Ranabima SCHDB to store details about uh, uh, details of a school, like student details and teachers details, and the subject details, and also we create foreign keys. Uh, the table contains foreign keys to uh, express to store the details of which student learn which subject, and also which teacher teach which subject, like that. Let's see what we create in the previous videos. Show databases. Here we are in MySQL 8.0 command line client. This is also the CMD, uh, but this uh, terminal is specially integrated for accessing MySQL server. So we are in MySQL server, and let's see what are the databases we create here. These are the current databases created in my MySQL server, and this is the table. Ranabim SHDB is the table we create in this video series. And let's see uh, what attributes, what tables are in our database. Uh, Ranabim SCHDB. Okay, here are the 5 tables we created uh, uh, in this database. Student has subject teacher, teacher has subject. Okay, and now we are going to start this question set 46. This is the first one. The principal of the school has decided to include the date of grade 9 students in the first phase of this software. Your team has created a database for this. Okay, we are going to enter uh, only the details of the grade 9 students as the first phase of this program. Your team has created a database for this. The name of the created database is Ranavim SCHDB. First, you need to select the created database, create a DDL query for that. Okay. Here, when I command the MySQL server to show the tables inside our Ranavim SCHDB, I especially I had to mention the database name. But if you select the database name, the queries which will execute after that selection part will affect only the specific database selected. So to do that, there's a keyword called use, and after that we have to mention the name. Ranabima CHTB. So database change, that means our database is selected. Now we can directly execute DDL queries without mentioning the database name, because we are already inside this database. Okay, so let's go to the next part. In the selected database, the table named student has been created to store the information of the students studying in grade 9 in the school. Add the following data to the database you have created. Use DDL query when entering data. Writing with DDL query is mandatory to enter all data. Okay, now we have to use DDL method to enter these details, but we are Okay, we can directly write insert queries to insert these details without mentioning the database every time. Okay. Here, the first one is insert into. We have to mention the database and the table name, but it's enough to mention only the uh, table name because we are already inside the database CHDB. So the name is student. It's better if you enter the keywords in upper cases. We did that in when we use uh, HDSQL browser in the previous videos, but it's okay if you use the if you use lower cases as well. Insert into student, and here in the student table, let me go to the HDSQL browser and show you the database here. This is the Runabim SCHDB and the student table. You can see the student ID is auto incremented, so you don't have to enter that data. That means uh, we are not going to enter all the data for all the attributes. We are only going to enter the first name, last name, gender, home contact number, and class. So we have to uh, mention what are the attributes we are going to enter. So first one is the first name, and then the last name, and then gender. Let me go to the HDSQL browser again, and you can see uh, home contact number is stored as the contact number. So I'm going to use that name contact number instead of home contact number, and then class. And after that, we can enter our values. Here's the first one, Tilina. The last name is Rajapaksha, and gender male, home contact number, this one, and class is 9B. And we can enter this data. You can see query OK, one row affected. That means our data stored. I'm going to repeat this method and enter other data. And here's the last one, Nisansala Karunatilaka, female, and this is the mobile number, and she's in grade 9B. And here query OK, one row affected, and I entered other details. You can see, and now let's view this table. Describe. Runway CHDB student. Sorry, we have to use the show method. Show, sorry, select asterisk from student. Here, these are the data. There are 6 students, and these are the data of those students, and we entered those details successfully. Let's move to the third part of the question. In the database you originally created, the table is created as subject to store information on the main subjects taught in grade 9 in the school. Enter all the data in the table below to create the in the created table. Use DDL query to enter this data. Writing with DDL query is mandatory to enter all data. Okay. Again, we have to use the DDL method, and this time we have to enter the data of the subject table. So again, insert into subject. Again, let me show you the subject table quickly. The subject ID is also auto incremented, so we have to enter only the subject name. So in subject table, subject name is the attribute we are going to add our values, and the first value is religion, and here our query executed without any errors. I'm going to use this method to enter next set of data, and the last one is Sinhala language and literature. Okay, here we enter all the details, and we can write a select query to view these details. Select asterisk from uh, this time subject table. Okay, here are the data inside our subject table, and here are the data inside our student table. Now let's move on to the fourth part, which is the last one. In the database you created, first the table is created as teacher to store the information of the teachers who teach grade 9 in the school. Enter all the data in the table below to in the created table, use DDL query to enter this data. Writing the DDL query is mandatory to enter all data. Okay, again, we have to enter this data into the teacher table. So, insert into teacher table, and these are the values. First one is first name. Sorry, these are the attributes: first name, last name, gender, contact number, email, and the values are Mala. This is the value. These are the values of the first record. First name Mala, last name Attanayaka, gender female, contact number, email mala@gmail.com. And okay, the query okay. So I'm going to use this method to enter these details. Okay, the last one is Sheila Pereira and female, and the last value is Sheila at gmail.com. Okay, and we entered all the details into the teacher table. Now we can uh, write a simple select query to show the details in the teacher table. Okay, here these are the data in our teacher table, and let me show you the details graphically using the MySQL, sorry, using the HDSQL browser. And in the student table, these are the data you can see, and subject table, these are the data, and in the teacher table, these are the data. So I think we complete the 46th video of database management systems question 7. That's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one.